Okay, folks, in this video, I want to take a look at Alex Tuch and why I think we should just name him captain right away. Coming up. Yeah, I might have started a little controversy. I haven't checked my notes, so if any of you say, no, I don't want Tuch yet, I want to show you a few examples why I think it's risk-free. It just is to put this guy as our captain, because we got to start getting on the right track and not wait. This team now has to get on the right. What I just seen last night, guys, we have to get on the right track and not wait. We got to start making changes. So look, I want to throw 3 clips at you, okay? And I'm going to give you some comparables and some reasons why I believe. Oh, let me get my notes up there too, because I'm going to need those in a second. Clip number 1, here we go. All right, there you see Tuch. You look at his numbers. The most important one for me, believe it or not, is that one that says 66. 66 playoff games in his career. And his age, he's 25. He's going to be 26 in May. And he's still a very young man. I mean, this guy is coming into the prime of his career, really. And wanted to point something out, though. Take a look at 2019-20. You seen he had an off season, right? The 42 games, 8 goals, 9 assists. But look in the playoffs. 8 goals in 20 games. That's a leader. That's a guy that did not get down about a season. He just made sure he turned it up a notch come playoff time, okay? And for me, that's important. That's what we want in a leader. We want a guy that his game excels come playoff time to another level, you know? And I think we have that kind of guy in this guy. I can see why Vegas did not want to lose this guy. I can. Now, the thing is, everybody that thinks maybe we're rushing to put him as captain, I'm going to show you 2 reasons why I don't believe we are. I think it's actually be a smart move. And if I was the GM of the team, he'd already have the captain because of things like this that I'm going to show you. All right, first clip. And there's Jim Schoenfeld, okay? Now, Schoenfeld was our captain for the 1974-75 Buffalo Sabres that went to the Stanley Cup Finals. And in that season, you take a look at the 2 years before. Forget under 74-75. Erase that from your mind and just look at the 2 seasons before. Less than 100. And he was captain also for part of the 73-74 season as well. This guy had less than 100 games NHL experience. And the next thing you know, he's captaining our team into the Stanley Cup Final in 75. With a very impressive playoff, I might add, too. So he was 21, turning 22 when he became captain of the Sabres. And he was 22, turning 23 in the 1975 Stanley Cup Finals. Almost 3 full years younger than Tuch. 3 full years younger than Tuch when he was in the finals. As our captain, and was our captain at the beginning of a season where we had just missed the playoffs the year before. Keep in mind, we just missed the playoffs the year before, and the next year we're 49 wins, 16 losses with this guy as our captain. I think it's a good example that, no, you don't need a guy that, you don't need to wait. We just don't need to wait. Example number 2. Let me just save changes here. Hold on, guys. Some of you might know this guy. All right, here we go. Yep, Mike Pekka. Okay, now, Mike Pekka also, of course, captained us to the Stanley Cup Finals. Now, he was 22, turning 23 when he took over for LaFontaine as captain in the 97 season. And then he captained us the next 3 seasons, did not play with that holdout, you might recall. But forget that for now. Just take a look at how many games he had played before 1999, and you'll see what I'm saying. You know, like but actually, even before 99, let's go to 97, okay? When he took over the captaincy that year, take a look at the 3 years before that. How much did he play? He had played under 150 career NHL games. He was 22, turning 23 when he became our captain. And he was 24, turning 25 when he captained us in the Stanley Cup Finals in 1999. That's the 3 clips I want to show you. So, and you can take a look. I believe it was Schoenfeld had 6 career playoff games, and Pekka had 5. Okay? Tuch has 66. He's older. Not to mention bigger and stronger even, but let's not go there, because those other 2 guys are Sabres legends, really. So I don't see any reason at all to wait. And that's why. Those are, if those 2 reasons don't make sense, nothing will. It's just people will want to hold out and just be right. But I got proof of otherwise. The best proof in our history. The 2 times we went to the finals, we had younger captains, both times, than Alex Tuch is right now, with more NHL experience, and he's went to the Stanley Cup Finals. I don't see why wait. I just don't, guys. I want to see changes on the team. And the thing is, let's keep something in mind. When Pekka became captain, okay, he was filling in the shoes of a Sabres legend, really, in Pat LaFontaine. He really was. I know LaFontaine didn't play forever here, but there's a reason his numbers retired. And he had to take over those shoes, imagine, of a guy that never is going to come close to scoring like Pat LaFontaine. He's just not as talented, But his rough and tough style and his hard-hitting style, you look at Pekka, and it wasn't like he threw tons and tons of hits, but my God, when he did he land them? We remember that. He wasn't a dirty player by any stretch. But he led with his play on the ice, which is exactly what Tuch has done since he's walked right into this situation in Buffalo. It's what he's done. Tuch has walked right into this with open arms, saying, okay, I'm ready. I'll take on what you want me to take on. He's not holding out. He's not complaining or anything like that. This guy will never whine. He's the type of guy I don't believe would ever ask for a trade. I believe he would leave Buffalo if he was going to leave after the contract's up. He would fulfill his contract. He seems to be that type of guy, that he didn't sign a contract with the intention of not fulfilling it. And if that means as a Sabre, that means as a Sabre. And we're going to get this guy's best night after night after night. This is the best captain we've had here, guys, I believe, since Mike Pekka. Maybe if we can throw in Briere and Drury, of course. They deserve to be mentioned, absolutely. So maybe since then. But I mean, this would be a guy that wouldn't be alternating captains. It'd be just him once he gets to see. And this is why, I can't remember what video I mentioned it in. It might have been the first or second. It might have been the second one yesterday. I think it was the second one when I was ranting. Why I'd like to see this guy as captain is not so much because I don't think it's going to change the outcome of the season, but I think it's going to change the outcome of our future. And you start making those changes now. That's what I'm hoping, that they get on things, start doing things, announce something. The fans want something announced. The fans want some sort of clarity of our future again. It's hard, guys, with what we're going through. It's hard because you know what? I know I have a channel about the Buffalo Sabres. I have a Sabres channel, for God's sakes. I don't have a channel on the Colorado Avalanche where I can just talk about wins all the time. No. I'm talking to a fan base that's hurting night after night after night. And it's hard because so am I. I'm hurting with you, believe me. And I want to see this thing change. I want this turnaround to happen sooner than later. And I don't believe procrastination is a good idea right now. I believe that if we're going to procrastinate now, when we have staring us right in the eye a captain, and we're not giving him the C, what does that say about the franchise? This is what worries me. So I hope that we can jump on this and maybe make that decision. If we don't, I'll live with it. Good God, I've lived with the last 10 years. But I would love them to make that announcement this year. Because it's a fearless announcement. It is. It's like the management's letting the dressing room know that this guy stepped it up like nobody else has, and we're putting him as our leader. Because he is right now. He is. When he's out there on the ice, you just see it's a different Sabres team on the ice. It's obvious. So, anyway, guys, that's where I'm at with that one. You know, I want to point out Schoenfeld and Pekka because those were our two captains when we went to the finals. And if that's not a good example of you can be younger and less experienced and on a team like that had the French connection, they put this kid as the captain because he took the reins as a leader. You know what I'm saying? Time to do it. Really, time to do it in my books. All right, folks, that's it. I'll see you folks tomorrow. And I will have the, oh, well, tomorrow, no, there's no game tomorrow. It's the day after. So I'll try to come up with something tomorrow. See you then.